It's Black Friday, and today we're going to be covering some of the best Black Friday deals that we have on store today. Additionally, if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask, and we're just going to get this party started because YOLO. So let's get straight into these Black Friday deals, and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about and what we've got to offer. Here we go. Let me present the screen. And let me show you exactly what we're talking about. All right, so we have multiple Black Friday deals on right now. Number one, you can actually save 72% when you sign up for the SEO Elite Circle. So if you want to learn exactly how to do SEO and some of our best courses, there's some really high level SEO members in there as well. Then you can get that directly inside the SEO Elite Circle. Now, right now, you can save $2,600 with the coupon code ELITE. And the link is inside the comments and description of this video. So you just go on this link right here. And then you will get weekly calls with us, live coaching. You can actually book in a call before you sign up, but obviously the deal expires today, so you want to make sure you get it. And if you apply the coupon code ELITE, you will save $2,600 and grab this for $997. After today, the price is going up to $3,600, so you want to make sure you get it in. And additionally, if you want to order backlinks online, you can order that directly here inside our client portal. And if you use the code Black Friday, hit apply, and you will save 25% when you order backlinks online, right? So for example, if you order 4 backlinks, then you would get 1 free, basically, right? Additionally, if you sign up for 3 months, you will get 1 month free, but you have to book in an SEO strategy session right here. So you get a free SEO strategy session as well as 1 free month if you sign up for 3 months. Now, if you sign up for 6 months, our SEO agency, then you will get 2 months for free directly. So feel free to get those codes. I'm going to leave them directly inside the comments description of this video if you want to grab them. If you have any questions before we get into some Q&As, feel free to ask. And we've got a bunch of legends on the live stream today. So we have Helene. Welcome, Helene. And we have Jaden as well. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. And we're going to get into some of the other stuff that I've been showing recently that I think you'll find super interesting. So there's been some big news recently in the AI world. And I'll get into examples of what that means for you in a second. So, for example, I'm going to cover this in a video tutorial tomorrow. But essentially, Qwen have released a new update called Qwen QWQ. And you can get that. It's available for free at huggingface.com. So if we load up the screen right here, you can check it out. And what you can see here is you can get access to QWQ 30B preview, right? Now, if you just type something super basic, like write an SEO optimized blog, because it's a reasoning model, right? It's designed to be a reasoning model. So what it will actually do is tell you its thoughts before it dives straight into creating the content, and actually plans it out step by step. Now, what's quite interesting about this, if we say like create a semantically optimized article about SEO, hit enter. Now it's starting to write the content. That is actually reacting completely different to how I did it before, actually. It's quite interesting. You should check out the video tomorrow. You'll see exactly what I mean. But basically, we were using Qwen totally different in the video yesterday. Now, this is a completely live video, so if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. But yeah, that's one of the most interesting models that come out this week, along with this case study that I've also covered this week. Now, if you haven't seen that already, you can check out the tutorial on how I went from 0 to 28,000 traffic. But you can see here, motocaravanning.com, built with auto blogging. It's gone from like literally 2 clicks a month back in August, all the way up to 152 clicks per day. Absolutely outrageous. Now, on top of that, not only have there been some big shifts in AI SEO, as you can see, but also you can see this website's popping off. And additionally, if you check out something interesting, I'm going to show you this YouTube channel that I've been experimenting with recently that's getting tons of traffic from day one. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So basically what we're doing on this YouTube channel, Julian Goldie Agency, is we're taking the original videos from my original channel and then we're re-editing them and posting them directly onto this new channel, as you can see right here. And some of them are getting like 2,000 views, 1,000 views, 1,300 views, etc. Pretty awesome, like crazy growth for a brand new channel. And you can see it's absolutely popping off right there. So 11,700 views in its first month of doing this method. And additionally, if we switch to another account, so let me show you this one, which is Julian Goldie Clips. This is super scalable, by the way, because you just create one video, but you can post that across multiple platforms. You can see this video already got 2,200 views on a brand new channel. Pretty insane, right? You see its traffic right there, the engagement pretty good, watch time good. And the plan is, number one, we monetize this with our funnels. But number two, you can actually just make advertising revenue using this process, right? So if we go back to Julian Goldie SEO, this channel right here makes about 2.5K a month with AdSense. Jaden says crazy growth. Absolutely. Crazy stuff, if you ask me. So we've covered that process of using Quen, also the performance. I want to show you this SOP and how we actually use that video editing process to rank across multiple platforms. So basically what we're doing here, this is what I give my virtual assistants a process to do, is like they edit and upload one video per day. They track the stats in their sheet. They pin the comment on the channel. So for example, if we go on one of these videos, you'll see a pinned comment with all my funnel links. And they use the same thumbnail and title from the original video. So there's no extra work and that's already optimized. And then they would just fill in a stats template each day so we can track the numbers like this, right? As you can see right here. And so by doing this process, we can count, okay, how many videos we published so far, where the video links, and also what's the view count so far. Super nice process. You can see literally in 1 month, we've already got 800 hours watch time. Now, if we hit 4,000 hours watch time, which we can do in like 3 months, then we can monetize this channel and get it started making money, right? And all we have to do is get one video editor per channel to publish every single day. And it's pretty cool. And then we can just kind of arbitrage the process. Plus, we can get more traffic to our funnels, which is going to grow our agency. And yeah, really easy way to make YouTube scalable. I've not seen anyone else talking about it, but it's a super powerful process. And the other thing is as well, if you haven't realized already, is like with these videos, you can basically rank not just inside YouTube, but also, for example, inside Perplexity, inside ChatGPT, and directly on Google as well. So as an example of that, let me pull up one of those repurposed channels and we'll see if it's ranking directly inside Perplexity. So for example, if we type in, I don't know, SEO training Honiton, for example, and you can see my video ranking directly from that new channel inside Perplexity, right? Along with a blog post that we've created here, here, and here, right? So basically for this keyword inside Perplexity and these other AI search engines, we, number one, dominate the answer. Number two, dominate the video section. And then number three, we dominate the top 3 slots right here. So you got YouTube, you got juliangoldie.com, juliangoldie.co.uk, and super easy and powerful to do. Right? Highly recommend doing it. If you're trying to dominate the SERPs, maybe you got a lot of competition and you want to just give yourself more probability to rank, then you can do something like that. So Sumit says, do we need backlinks for YouTube videos? No, you don't. There's a big difference between the YouTube algorithm and the SEO algorithm. So for example, with SEO, typically it's like the website with the most authority wins the rankings, right? And it's not even the best content. It's usually the best rankings, right? The website with the most backlinks. So that's why our SEO agency typically just sells backlinks, because that gets 80-20 of the results. And, if you pull up like any sort of SERPs, typically you'll see like the pages with the most backlinks at the top, the pages with the least backlinks at the bottom, right? Now, it is completely different with YouTube. And the thing with YouTube is like when you're using it, for example, is basically the best content that wins, right? So for example, if you can't really cheat it. Like you could have a super optimized video in terms of SEO. You can optimize the title, the description, you can add some backlinks to the video, etc. But usually the best and most relevant video to that topic that people are searching in or are interested in, because a lot of videos get pushed to them as well, that typically helps them get a lot better results, right? So yeah, you don't need to worry about backlinks on YouTube. You don't need to worry about, like, I know some people use fake views, fake comments, fake shares, fake embeds, but on YouTube, that sort of stuff, it doesn't really work, right? And I think you see that with a lot of, particularly in the SEO industry, you see like some channels that do a lot of black hat SEO, but when it comes to YouTube, it's hard to dominate with that sort of approach. Whereas if you look at, I don't know, if you go back in the day and you look at the people who are actually creating like the best content back in the day, maybe like Neil Patel or let's say Brian Dean, people like these, there was no like hacking the algorithm. It's just like create something actually useful that people find entertaining. What else we got here? So Jaden says, I've noticed how you repurpose videos. I like the new editing spin. I like it too. It's just like, for me, I talk a lot about trending topics, so I can't just post like straight away when I'm doing this, right? So for example, if I create a video this morning, there's no way it's going to be edited in time to get it uploaded to my YouTube channel on the main one. And so that's why I get it edited later and then repost it to another channel and just see if it pops off. And quite often it does pop off. I mean, it never seems to get the same amount of traction as the main channel, but give it 6 months, 12 months of feeding the algorithm like that, probably you can get really good results with it. So I'll be interested to see what happens next, and we'll keep you posted. Jaden says, what's the deal with Windsurf? I haven't tried it yet. What's the deployment process like? Yeah, so deployment process is a bit harder, right? Because you got to like host it directly. You got to mess around a little bit in the technical side of things when it comes to that with the hosting. But when it comes to actually just building the website, super easy and simple. Now, what's interesting is Cursor actually opened a very similar feature on their platform as well. So I think Cursor and Windsurf right now are kind of like neck and neck for being the best sort of no-code AI editors. But yeah, Windsurf is just super easy and powerful to use, right? I know a lot of people who don't have any coding experience tend to prefer Windsurf because it's easier to just, one take Drake everything basically, right? So for example, you can see inside here, we can select like Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and then just make sure you're on the right, not the chat. So you don't want to be in chat mode, you want to be in write mode. And then from here, you can just say, for example, like create a SEO cost calculator, and it should just go off and do it, right? And I think this is on a free trial right now because I've not paid anything to do this so far. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works and that sort of thing. I think I'd have to open up a brand new project to get this working. Let's see what it does and what happens next. So it's editing the index HTML. But yeah, you can build like these super basic sort of HTML projects, get them listed, and you're living the dream. All right? Kushwaha says, what's your take on YouTube SEO? Any tips? Yeah, so I actually cover this inside the SEO Elite Circle, like in a lot of detail. But I can show you my YouTube SOP when it comes to publishing YouTube videos, right? So if you want like the full take on this, if you want like the full step-by-step process, bear in mind, Kazra Dash, who has grown from like 0 subscribers all the way up to like 38,000 subscribers, I think now. He's inside this course as a case study, right? So some of the videos we're talking together and running through some of the results for his channel as a case study. But if you check out, for example, this YouTube checklist, basically this is a process, right? So in terms of SEO, there's no real like SEO process, but there is an optimization process. So here's what we do step by step. So first of all, we'll record the video with Descript, and we're going to create something like super curiosity driven as a hook. From there, we're going to create the content. And usually this is just like 10 minutes, no silence, no fluff, no filler, etc. Very actionable, lots of value, and just get straight to it, right? Get straight to the point. Like, for example, if you look at this video when I'm talking about Black Friday deals, I literally show that within like the first 10 or 20 seconds of the video. I don't like to do it like, later down the video. And I know some people mess around and fluff around in YouTube, but the problem is if you don't get straight to the point, people just click off and lose interest and click on a cat meme or something like that instead. And then the more you can show something that has never been seen before, the better, right? And I'll show you some examples of this on my channel recently, right? So for example, if I talk about Windsurf, the first time I talk about Windsurf is going to absolutely pop off, right? You can see right here, for example, we've got 13K views, absolutely flying. Now, if I talk about it the next day, it's going to get like 5K views. If I talk about it like a few days later, no one cares, right? And so what I've noticed is like on YouTube, you really want something new that nobody has seen before. And so the more unique it is, the better. The same, for example, if you go through my other videos and you're like, well, okay, which videos popped off for Julian recently? You can see this video on ChatGPT, AI SEO, and a brand new update. Now, I've released that video literally within hours of the update being announced, And you can see that got like 8.5k views, right? Which is absolutely awesome considering this the SEO niche. Same with Bolt. So as soon as this update came out, we released a video on it, 10k views, right? So when you talk about something brand new, for example, like something unique people have never seen before, then you're going to get much bigger and better results. Additionally, like editing in Descript, this is super easy. Let me pull up Descript and I'll show you exactly how this works step by step when it comes to editing. So for example, if you go inside here, we just look at, let's say this video I produced on Quen that's going to come out later today, right? If you want to edit it, basically you can just one click edit it. So you can go inside here, you can improve the studio sound, which is going to make the sound a lot better, even if it's like a really bad mic. You can remove any filler words, shorten the word gaps, remove the retakes, etc. And step by step, you can basically, in a few clicks, edit the whole article like a blog post. But unlike a blog post, you can't just say remove any filler words. But inside Descript, you actually can, right? It's super easy and powerful to do. The other thing you can do with this is you can actually turn it into a blog post and then rank the blog post. I've done that a few times too, and it works really, really well. So that's the editing. So we've talked about, okay, here's how to record it, here's the introduction, here's the content, here's how to edit the video. And then from here, you can just use a thumbnail. Now, inside my free SEO course, you can actually use the templates that are provided via Canva. And then I even have a tool for writing the article as well. And then you've got the details on like how to publish it step by step, right? But that's basically the whole process. Now, if you want that in great detail based on what's helped me grow from like 0 to 120,000 subscribers on YouTube, along with my best SEO courses, like all my SEO courses, you're talking like hundreds of hours of courses inside this platform right here, then you can get that with our Black Friday deal, and it's available for 72% off. So it's an absolute bargain right now. And the thing that I tend to find with knowledge is like, the only thing more expensive than education is not knowing, right? Because if you don't know how to do YouTube, then you can waste like a year trying to figure it out. And that is way more expensive than paying like for a SEO elite circle or whatever you're paying for, right? So let's keep going now. Ben Game says, good morning. Good morning to you too. And Sumit says, is Parasite still working? Heard Jackie Chow does a lot of secret Parasite stuff inside his groups. All right, let's have a look at a few examples, right? So if we pull up like a really classic example like Outlook India, I mean, they got absolutely decimated, but you can see their traffic has actually flown back up, right? So they got decimated all the way down to April, and then the traffic has gone up to 8.1 million, right? And that's probably the most outrageous case study that is in the public eye that everyone knows about and can see about and hasn't been clapped, right? And so they're absolutely killing it. Now, if that's the most public Parasite SEO case study out there, you can only imagine like how well these other private Parasite SEO sites are doing, right? Additionally, like for example, it depends what you call. I mean, Parasite is a really dirty word, right? Like Parasite SEO and that sort of thing. But for example, if you're using like other platforms, I don't know what you call, say, Barnacle SEO versus Parasite SEO. But if you're using other platforms, like for example, LinkedIn is a free platform you can publish on, and you can leverage its authority to rank really quickly, as you can see right here. And then you just create these best lists and you recommend yourself as the best because that's what you genuinely believe, right? And so, yeah, Parasite SEO, I mean, it's working. It's obviously working. Like if I just look at that chart, I'm not recommending it before, like, all the white hats chase me down the road with pitchforks and that sort of thing. But for me, I look at that chart and I go, okay, is Parasite SEO working? Well, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Right? Like the organic traffic has grown to 8.1 million. And that's after all of Google's site reputation abuse updates. So if it's still working after all that, then it's absolutely outrageous. And the same with LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is ranking really well too. I know a lot of people were saying like LinkedIn was going down in traffic. I haven't actually checked it recently, but it works, right? You can see people ranking really well as well. So let's have a look. We'll see where their traffic is up to. It may be going down over time, but my specific articles that are ranking for me are still ranking really well. Yeah, so you can see like if we look, for example, if we look 2 years ago, right? Back in May 2022, LinkedIn were at like 58 million traffic. Now this year, they're at 74 million traffic. So they're 3x traffic of millions ever since these site reputation abuse updates have come out and everything like that, right? So You judge for yourself, but I can see that it's working really well. I know Jackie Chow's super smart guy as well, so shout out to him. And Steve says, good stuff, Jaden. Good to see some positivity here. Nazu says, just tuned in. Can I get a summary of what I've missed? Oh, we've covered so much in the space of just a few minutes, right? So far we've talked about the new update from Qwen, QWQ32B preview. It is a new reasoning model that basically competes directly with ChatGPT o1. And additionally, we've talked about this case study that we've ranked with autoblogging recently. On top of that, I was talking about how I grew some new channels to get 21,000 traffic, and additionally, how you can use YouTube to basically dominate even AI, right? So for example, in Perplexity, we looked at this keyword, and you see my video ranking here, along with here, here, and here, right? And the answer directly in here, right? If you want to learn more about that, check out the SEO Elite Circle. We do have a Black Friday deal on right now, and you can see it inside the link, the comments and description inside this video. But basically, we have 3 Black Friday deals on right now, right? And let me run you through them exactly right now. So number 1, you can save $2,600 with the coupon code ELITE when you sign up to the SEO Elite Circle. Number 2, you can save 25% off any backlink package. Just use the coupon code Black Friday and order directly in the description of this video. And then also, if you sign up to the SEO strategy session, which is also free, and you sign up with our agency, then you can get some massive discounts. So you're going to save you thousands of dollars, right? So if you sign up for 3 months, you get 1 month free. This is for Black Friday today only, right? And there's still a few slots left inside the calendar if you want to book that in. And additionally, if you sign up for 6 months, you get 2 months free. So you can literally save like thousands of dollars and then get a couple of months free for SEO. So yeah. Finally, we've also talked about Windsurf. I know Jaden was talking about that, how it works, etc. So you can see an example of how we built out a new website in just 1 click using this process. So yeah, works really well. Additionally, if you want to know, like, okay, do those, calculator websites rank well? I'll show you a couple of crazy case studies. One of them from me and one of them from someone who actually posted inside the AI SEO Success Lab, which again, link in the comments and description if you want to get access to that. But basically, let me start off with this one, right? So we grew this site from 0 to 524 clicks using a 1-click website with bolt.new, but you can do the same thing inside Windsurf as well. And you can see we're still getting like 10 clicks a day on this website without doing any work, right? If you actually go on the website, it just sends traffic directly to my funnels. Additionally, shout out to Kim Larson, built out a gambling site. Now, I'm not going to comment on the ethics of whatever niche it is or anything like that. So, this isn't about that. But basically, we're talking about how Kim mentioned that they were having fun with Bolt, testing it, etc. Wanted their content to get indexed fast and rank at SEP. Anyway, they're getting around 70 unique visitors directly a day and an external link to their LinkedIn profile. And that was with like 4 minutes of work and ranking in like 3 hours, right? So it's pretty crazy stuff. Like that's inside the SEO AI SEO Success Lab, the school group. It's completely free if you want to join, and you can check out more details on that. Message Kim, etc. if you want to find out more about that. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Let's see what else we've got here. Jaden says, thanks, I'll play around with Windsurf later. Happy to help me. And Nazu says, just starting up my first business. Should I be fully looking at SEO before telling my web developer to make the website? Yeah, I mean, like that's a constant battle, right? Like if you have a developer, typically they don't know SEO and they don't know how to build for SEO. So it's always better to like know what you're doing first of all. So yeah, I would recommend making sure that you have the fundamentals in place when you build the site before you build it, right? Because for example, the way it's structured, the URL structure, the site speed, the optimizations on the site, the core web vitals, etc. These are all important things to consider that usually, I'm not going to call out any developers, but usually they sort of breeze through that sort of stuff. So I would definitely like plan it out all in advance first. And honestly, you can do that in a day. Like you don't need to spend weeks figuring that out. I have a mate at the minute who he spent about 3 or 4 months building out a website. And I'm like, mate, you can do that in a couple of weeks. Like you don't need to mess around, etc. So yeah, I would just get it done quickly. Don't mess around, and then make sure the fundamentals of your site are built with SEO in mind. Because if you build the site without considering that, it'll be a waste of time and it won't be as optimized. And then you have to change the URL structure, change the indexing, and that'll be a total nightmare for you. So Micaiah says, could you recommend the best legitimate? Oh, no. We can't recommend those on the channel, my friend. We can't be doing that, Micaiah. So Bojan says, let's go. Goldie gang. Good to see you on here, Bojan. And hope you're doing well. I think you're based in Macedonia, I believe, if I'm correct, if I've heard the right thing. So good to see you on here. Appreciate you joining the live stream. And Micaiah says, can I use the SEMrush keyword research tool and what will happen? Usually if you use the keyword research tool, right, you're going to get keywords. Like, I imagine that's what's going to happen. But essentially, if you want to use these tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush are all really good tools to use. We've actually got an interesting one coming out soon. We're working on a dashboard for SEO. It's a SEO tool. You'll be able to get like a 7-day trial if you want to just check it out. And with that tool, you can basically do everything that Ahrefs does, etc. But it's a lot cheaper. Now, you can get a 7-day trial. So if you don't even like it, I don't care if you like it or not, but you can sign up. I'll start mentioning the link in the description in the future. So that's coming as well. But yeah, I mean, these tools work. The only thing you want to make sure you realize, like when you're using these tools, is that you need common sense, right? So like a tool alone, an SEO tool alone is not enough to do SEO. Like you need a bit of common sense. You need to like really have a look through the tool, make sure that you're checking the data, quality controlling, etc. So for example, like you might find an amazing keyword on SEMrush and it says like really low keyword difficulty, but actually if you check it out, it's like, okay, well, Wikipedia is dominating the first page or something like that, right? And these tools typically don't tell you everything in combination. They'll just look at a few things. There's an example of that, like the toxicity score. I get loads of people asking me about the toxicity score in SEMrush when it comes to backlinks, and it's like the best way to quality control backlinks is to do it manually, right? With common sense and just a quick checklist. That's far more efficient than relying on the algorithm that can't even look at the page to tell you whether that's a good link or not. Ren Game says, everyone update your Windsurf. You can paste a screenshot in the chat window now. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool as well. Should we give it a go? Should we have a little cheeky gander? I'll restart to update Windsurf now, and we can see if it works or not. So we'll open up. I'm just waiting for Windsurf to open up now. Here we go. I'll share my screen. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I heard about this as well. It sounds pretty cool. So basically what you can do is inside Windsurf, you can take a screenshot of a website and say, create that one for me, mate, right? So for example, if I go into my own site like this, and it's not, you have to screenshot the whole website if you want it to replicate the whole website, if that makes sense, right? So for example, if I just take a screenshot of that, it's not going to do everything underneath. So if we go back to Windsurf now, and yeah, interesting. It says the PNG is too large. Let's take something smaller, right? So if we take that, we'll grab a cheeky little screenshot. We'll see if that works. And hopefully it does. So I'm just going to paste it. Ah, it's too large, my friend. All right, let's open up the Finder and we'll see if we can just edit that screenshot so that it comes out a lot smaller, right? So let me grab that. And then if we go to File, Export, we'll put the quality down. There we go, 110 KB. That should be good to go. And then we'll go back into here. We'll click on desktop. We'll find that 110 KB image, and that should be good to go now, right? So just be aware of that. It's like this works, but you need to make sure the file size is down. So I'm going to say emulate the same design of this website. And let's see if it can do it or not, right? We'll put it to the test. No pressure on a live stream, Windsurf. But yeah, I mean, I think the Windsurf is really going to create some awesome stuff. Like, it seems to be way ahead of the curve. It was kind of like Bolt was a new thing, then Cursor released some updates, then Windsurf came out. And I'm seeing like these AI code editors coming out like all the time. It's pretty amazing. I don't know if anyone follows. This guy's on YouTube, but this is a really good channel on YouTube that I would recommend. It's called AI Code King. And he's insane. Like, he's just constantly testing all these new tools out. For example, like you can see all this stuff. So he already did a video about Quen QWQ-32B, like all this stuff, Marco01, Google Project IDX. I don't even know what that is, but you get the idea. Like, would recommend checking that channel out if you're into AI stuff. So let's see what we got. Okay, now we're going to say, okay, run the website for me on terminal. Let's open up. We'll see if that works. By the way, this is live, so if you have questions, feel free to ask. You just shut off. I think it's messing around with the stream. If I run the terminal like that, that's interesting. All right, let's try it another way. So I'm gonna open up a new Chrome right here, and then let's open up. Yeah, so you can see here we've opened up the index.html, and it's kind of emulated the process that we used, right? So for example, if we compare these side by side, obviously juliangoldie.com, you can't emulate that, but you can try, and that's what it's doing, right? That's what Windsurf is doing right now. So if we have a look back at that Google Chrome, where are we? Here we go. Yeah, if we compare them side by side, the image is pretty similar. I mean, it's not the exact same text, but for a one-take Drake, it's not done a bad job there, right? So that's a website we created in a couple of clicks by using the screenshot method from Windsurf. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all, right? So you can basically emulate anyone's website that you want using that process. Obviously, you got to be a bit careful with like copyright and all that sort of stuff, but you can see how easy it is to do, right? So let's keep going through. Abdul says how to locate the best SEO agency from Google Maps. You just hire Goldie Agency, don't you? You go to juliangoldie.com and you hire the agency there. That's what I'm talking about. If you want the best SEO agency, would recommend that. And Jaden says, did you see the Sora link? X was blocked. Yeah, I saw that trending on X. That was crazy stuff. I still can't believe it's not come out yet. Like, I think kind of there was so much hype about Sora when it was first announced, and then literally nothing for months and months and months. I don't know whether they decided not to release it or something like that, but yeah, it's surprising. And Bojan says, just paid for a monthly subscription to your backlinks. Excited to see what we can do. Welcome on board, Bojan. Great to see you here. I'm sure you grabbed the Black Friday deal as well, so great to see you, and congrats, man. Welcome on board. Excited to work with you. Mikhail says, I created a personal website using a Flutter mobile app and want to monetize it through affiliate marketing and ads. What niche is best for this? I'm not sure what a Flutter mobile app is, but basically, if you want to monetize with ads and affiliate, I think something in the marketing niche would work really well. Otherwise, something that's very, very high volume, right? So for example, like a game could work really, really well because it's high volume. Plus, you've got lots of pop-ups, lots of ads, traffic, etc., and then you give it away for free. Mikhail also says, I'm a Flutter mobile app developer. I create a personal website using WordPress, and I want to monetize it for affiliate marketing and ads. What niche is best for this? Yeah, so if you want to monetize your website, like, I mean, number one, if it's a personal website, I wouldn't recommend using ads because it's reflective on your brand, right? So for example, if you have ads on your personal website and you can't control them, you can't control the content of that because it depends on the user and where they're going, etc., then it could reflect badly on you, right? I tend to find like personal branding websites work best when it comes to selling services, like high ticket services and that sort of thing. So I'd recommend that instead. But if you want to monetize, I mean, any niche works, right? The easy, if you literally have like no idea where to get started and you're like, I'm completely new to affiliate marketing, I have no idea what to go for, etc., then I would recommend just getting started with the AppSumo Black Friday deal, right? Not Black Friday deal, but the AppSumo affiliate marketing scheme, because there's pretty much a tool for every single niche, right? So for example, you will never run out of keywords because every single one of these tools, and bear in mind, like a new deal gets released every single day, every single one of these tools actually has like new keyword data, and you can rank for that keyword, right? So for example, Facepop, like people will be searching Facepop reviews, Facepop AppSumo deal, Facepop discount code, etc. And so all of these tools have potential to rank and to get traffic for it. And the other thing is, because they're relatively new tools, that means that there's not a lot of competition because they've just come out, right? Like if you're an established tool, you're not really going to list yourself on this website because you don't really make much of a profit. It's more for getting your brand out there and getting yourself noticed. And so just create content around these sort of tools if you literally have no idea where to start. But yeah, any sort of niche works really, and you know, it can all work. What else we got here? I think I've seen some cheeky questions here. Let's have a look at this. Sazid says, "Hi, how are you, mate? I want to know how to do cross branding between two brands. One is kind of like an umbrella, and the other one is a subset of that. As an SEO, what should I do?" So we've done this in the past, right? Where, for example, we'll have a brand like Goldie Agency, which is my SEO agency, and then we'll have, for example, like another brand like SEO Elite Circle. And the way that we do it is we just link to multiple funnels inside the content and description. And then if we're answering relevant content around that topic, we'll promote it and affiliate with that, right? That's one way to do it. The other way you can do it is you run like sister brands, right? So for example, let's say you have a link building agency and you want to run like a video ranking service. Then you could create like videorankingservice.com. And every time you create new content around your agency, you would also link to that other page as well. And the other thing is like just create new content around that potential topic, right? So for example, if we launched, when we launched our PR link building service, we started doing a few case studies about how we got like DR92 backlinks for free. And so by doing that, we still had our main brand, but because we had this other service, we could mention that during the video and be like, by the way, guys, we're selling this as a service if you want to sign it up. And so I think it's pretty simple. You just basically create content around the new brand that you have that's relevant, and then you sprinkle both the links inside your funnels. Most people already know what you sell if they follow you like every single day in your content. And so like by just adding that extra step, that extra funnel inside your content as well, you get the opportunity to link to both places. The downside is when you're doing this sort of process, the biggest issue you're going to find is like you're diluting your offer. Right. So for example, if I send people to like 10 different links, they're like, oh, I don't know where to click. Whereas if I send everyone to one single link, it's very simple for them. And it's just like, right, booking a call, booking a call, booking a call. Right. And so there's pros and there's cons, but you just got to test and find out what works for you. This is a question I was talking about. What's your SEO client revenue from YouTube, excluding ad revenue? I'm not going to tell you. I mean, I think it's number one, I like to be humble about my numbers. But number two, it's quite a personal question that. But what I would say is like, for me, it doesn't matter how much you earn. It's all about your growth and your progress over time, right? So for us, for example, when I was first starting out working online, I was making probably working about 60 hours a month. We're making like $400 a month. And then, that was like nearly 10 years ago now. So we just keep growing every single year. And that's one of the amazing things about growing an online business is like, if you're always pushing, and if you're in the right industry, for example, like SEO is always growing, then you'll grow too as a business if you're making the right decisions, right? If you're working on the right stuff all day, if you're always pushing, if you're always making progress, then there's no limit. There's no limit. I mean, like, for example, I was in a mastermind at Chiang Mai SEO with Matt Diggity, Carl Roof was there, James Dooley, etc. And when I was at that mastermind, like, there were so many people in the SEO industry absolutely killing it. And so when you get to be around people like that, it humbles you as well, because you don't know who you're talking to in that room, right? Like you can talk to people and you have no idea what sort of client revenue they're making as well. The other thing I would say is like, I don't judge anyone based on how much money they're making. Like we're all on our own paths, our own journeys. We all find our own way in our own time, right? So I don't talk about revenue figures publicly, but if you join the SEO Elite Circle, I'll tell you. How about that? So House says, hi, Goldie, good to see you here. Holes, hope you're doing well. And X Factor AI says, what are the limitations of Windsurf and non-coders? I think the biggest limitation is figuring out how to host that content, right? Because most people, they don't know how to take like the raw HTML project and then upload it to wherever you're going to host it, right? Most people don't. I think if you ask ChatGPT step by step how to do it, it'd be super simple for you to figure out. But most people have no idea how to do that. So that's probably the main limitation. It's like, okay, figure out how to host it. But when it comes to actually building out the project, I don't really see any limitations. I mean, you can see anyone could do this, right? Like for me, if you saw that video earlier when I was talking about it, it's like, right, create an SEO cost calculator. It does it perfectly first time. And then I'm like, right, here's a screenshot of my website. Just emulate the same branding. It does it perfectly first time. So in terms of that, there's not really any sort of limitations. Hole says, you lag, definitely lagged. I think that's because of Windsurf hacking into my terminal. And the Code King is called AI Code King on YouTube. So I recommend that channel. Really good channel. Loads of cool stuff on there. Pretty funny videos is what I like his style. And X Factor AI says, how far can Windsurf take an app build? I haven't tested the limits of it, but I know some people will build like games and stuff like that on it. Actually, I know someone else who had the offline version. Oh, no, that was it. So I know someone else who had Cursor, and I think they were going back and forth with it for like 12 or 13 hours. They built an app, launched it into the iPhone App Store. It got approved. And then I checked out the other day. I searched for it on the App Store and it was already there, right? So like, there doesn't seem to be any limits to these sort of apps. I mean, obviously, the bigger the project that you build, the more likely things can go wrong. And I think half the time is typically going back and forth with these projects and trying to figure out. But so far, absolutely loving Windsurf. It's awesome. And Jaden says, OpenAI taking their sweet time. Absolutely. I mean, there's been a lot of talk this year about like how things have slowed down. I know Elon Musk said that ChatGPT would announce GPT-5 in December. That was his estimate. I haven't seen that. I don't see any signs of that. But if they do, wow, the world could change overnight, just like it did with the original ChatGPT. Finance Type says, hello, bro. Hello to you too. And what are the micro niches where I can search? Micro niches, I mean, it's one of those where like you go deeper and deeper inside the keyword research, right? So for example, let's say you start off with SEO agency, and then you look through the keywords and you're like, okay, let's have a look what we got. Okay, local SEO. Local SEO could be a sub niche of SEO agency. So we'll type in local SEO agency and see what we got. Okay. And so you just delve deeper and deeper through the keyword research until you find something super, super niche. So for example, if you look at this, it's like, okay, well, local SEO agency Beverly Hills is really, really niche, but that's super easy to rank for. Decent traffic potential. You know, you could create like a website with bulk pretty easily using that, and you wouldn't really need any backlinks to rank for it. And additionally, if you look at the top ranking pages on the first page, you got like a DR3 ranking there, DR26, etc. Like you've probably got quite a high chance of ranking for it, right? And so just by doing that niche research and going like 3-4 levels down in your keyword research, you can find stuff that's super easy to rank for, that you've got a realistic chance of ranking for too. And it's super simple and easy to do. What else we got here? Finance Type, blogging. Okay, we've covered that. Okay, says, thank you, happy to help me. And Finance says, how to get affiliate traffic for products. Honestly, if you want my humble opinion, yeah, I think SEO is great, but I think YouTube is awesome. Like if you literally want to get affiliate traffic from day one, YouTube is the place to be, right? Like you want to be creating videos, you want to be ranking them, you want to be building out channels like you see right here. I mean, this channel, look at this. 27 views a day back in March on November the 1st. This month it's grown to 24,800 traffic. Show me a website that does that, right? If you want to get affiliate traffic, just build up a YouTube channel and you can get traffic from day one. Easy stuff. You don't need to do the hard way around. And Nazu says, which AI writer do you recommend for writing blogs? So I would recommend checking out my video today on how I ranked #1 in 10 hours, right? Because I actually give you the blueprint that's working for me and helping me rank right now for my websites. And it's working beautifully. Plus, it's super easy to do. So if you want to, out of all the AI writers, I show you exactly how to build one and prompt it right there. And it is absolutely glorious, my friends. Finance Tire says, if I start blogging now, does it work? Yeah. I mean, blogging still works. You can still get traffic from it. Like, as an example of that, let's check out this website built with Autoblogging AI. So this is a new blog. It's grown from like 0 to 8,000 clicks. And you can see the chart right there. It's absolutely booming with AI SEO, right? So yeah, if you build out a new website, can you start ranking? Can you start doing well? Yeah, absolutely. Sumat says, what do you see the next big revolution in tech and SEO? I think it's still going down the path of like, AI is getting crazier and crazier. Like that's only going one direction, which is more and more and more developed. So it's hard to say, isn't it? Like robots or something like that maybe come in. I can imagine like YouTube next year, particularly if Sora comes out, like YouTube is going to be flooded with AI content, and it's probably going to be better than human writers, right? If you look right now, like I would rather read a blog written by AI than by humans because the content is typically better, right? And so I see the same development coming with video. And if you look over the last sort of 12 months, like content writers have been replaced, app developers have been replaced, front-end developers have been replaced. YouTube is probably next on the list, right? There's probably me included. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's not far away at all. And Chaitanya says, Ahrefs and SEMrush are paid tools. Is there any free way for keyword research? Yeah, so if you want to do keyword research for free, I have a bunch of tools inside my free SEO course, link in the comments description. If you just go to the keyword research section right there, you'll see all these automations I built to find you keywords that are low competition and very easy to rank with. Finance says, I'm in the starting point. What should I do? I think I've talked you through that. But basically, number one, join the SEO Elite Circle because you'll learn the fundamentals the right way, step by step. But number two, just focus on the fundamentals. You don't need to do anything fancy, but it's like keywords, content, backlinks. Learn and master each three of those, and you'll be on the right path, my friend. And so Sid says, the cross-branding I'll be doing for the business. I really need to do a lot of research about that business, hoping I can help him a lot. Anything you can share more? I've pretty much shared it like this. If you have like any specific questions, happy to help you quickly now before we move on. But yeah, that's basically it. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session and claim the Black Friday discounts, as I said, you'll get 30% off the full service package. You can book in a free SEO strategy session, link in the comments description. Additionally, you can get 25% off backlinks if you order online directly. And that is only for Black Friday. It is going very soon. And if you want weekly calls live with me directly inside the SEO Elite Circle, feel free to get that in the SEO Elite Circle, along with a community of amazing SEOs. Additionally, you get the classroom with all of my best courses. Literally every single course that I've built is inside this classroom right here, and there's hundreds of hours of content if you want to learn more about SEO. Additionally, you can jump on live calls with me week to week, and the Black Friday discount is expiring soon, so feel free to get that. Appreciate you watching as always. Let's see what else we got. We got Stephen Canner who says, Julian looking as fit as ever. The cold baths are working. It's all about the ice baths. That's method number one inside my free SEO course. If you scroll right down, check out the ice bath module because that shows you exactly how to do SEO. And Jaden says, thanks for your time. See you on the next one. Jesse says, what's your thoughts on Link Boss? Link Boss I've never used, but honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. If you look at the past and you look at these sort of automations for link building, they never work. Never work, right? Like GSA got wiped out. All the Harrow automation tools, they don't really work, and Harrow actually shut down. And these link automations, like you just can't replace what works with link building right now. It might come in the future, when AI is smart enough, but right now you can't really automate link building. So just do it the old-fashioned way. I don't know why people look for shortcuts. Like with SEO, if it's the future of your site, you're investing like hundreds of hours or a big team into a website. Why do you want to take the risks on building out a website with crappy links, right? It's always better to build quality links. So come to Goldie Agency, book in your free SEO strategy session, link in the comments description, and you can get it directly and get 1 month free if you sign up for 3 months, or you get 2 months free if you sign up for 6 months. So feel free to book that in. Appreciate everyone who's watching. Shout out to everyone who asked questions. And Stephen, hope you're doing well, mate, as well. We've got Jaden as well, who asked lots of questions, and I appreciate you being on. Additionally, welcome, Bojan. Thanks for signing up to the agency today, and looking forward to working with you. All right. Thanks to everyone. Cheers. Bye-bye.